Duke.
No.
Do you want that? Do you want that revenge game?
I do. I hope we see them again. I do. Maybe we can hop back on the podcast or mid-April. After.
Nah, if Auburn wins, I'm not hopping back on the podcast.
Yes, sir. Hey, talk that talk, man.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Sideline Stories. This episode is in partnership with Dove Men Plus Care. I'm Jared McCain.
And I'm Marcelas Howard. Let's get into it. All right, before we get to basketball, let's do a quick nail check. I noticed in our first episode, your nails were gold. What are they today? And what's inspiration?
I'm not gonna lie. Today they're super weak. They're nothing. They're nothing right now.
No,
and that's because there's a reason though. There's a reason. I have to paint my own nails for something I gotta do. So I had to get them off so I could do it myself.
I've never painted my nails before.
That's fair. I mean, yeah,
but I'm
saying not a lot of people.
But I'm saying, like, if I were to bet something, I'll put a wager on it and I'll put the nails up.
So when Duke wins, you got to paint your nails. The national championship in the Duke blue colorway.
So all 10 got to be painted?
All 10 Duke blue.
And if Florida wins, or if anybody else wins, you have to paint your nails the color of that team.
Oh, God.
Do we have a deal?
Deal. I have super faith in my Blue Devils. Do the camera deal. Bet.
I pray that I do not have to paint my nails.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'll have my wife do them. Speaking of Duke and their national championship aspirations, it was a big weekend of basketball. UConn will officially not three-peat.
Thank God.
That would have been legendary.
It would have. Nah, it would have been legendary. But no. Did
you catch the Maryland game winner?
Oh my goodness.
And yes, was it travel? That's the discussion going on right now.
No, I just, it's not a travel. To be honest, I think he kind of fouled. The dude kind of like chested him as he went to the basket. So they could have called a foul.
Right.
You just you can't call a travel there either way. Like, I don't know why. When you put stuff in slow motion, it's going to look worse. Like, it's in slow motion.
Always.
But I don't think it was a travel. Shout out Derek Queen. He's one of the funniest dudes I've ever met. One of the funniest dudes I've ever met. From Baltimore. He has that accent.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he says two like two.
Hey, yo, bro, what you? Hey, meet me at two.
But shout out to him. He's been killing this year, and that was super cool. We were all on the plane. Yeah, we were all on the plane watching that game. Or no, we were on the bus headed to Atlanta or something, and he hit it, and the whole bus went crazy. It was fire.
Well, because I thought Colorado State was going to make that run. Like,
yeah,
I
think they had one of the best offenses in the country. They were one of the best.
Bro, they could shoot that pill, bro.
Yeah.
With watching that game though, it was like kind of ironic because I saw a clip on IG. I think one of his trainers posted it, and they were working on that exact shot. And it was like
that's crazy.
It's super dope to see like people working on that shot.
Yeah.
And then a big moment like that. Oh, bro, that's like the one shining moment.
I didn't even know what that was until Coach Shire mentioned that to me last year. I didn't know what one shining moment was. I never had heard of it.
Okay, so when you watch the tournament,
but it comes on at the end. I wouldn't watch it that because it comes on after they win the championship, right?
Yes.
And so I've never really been that hooked to a team to watch the champion.
So
I actually was at Duke.
You never watched the one shining moment until you played in the tournament.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. That's
like the golden that's the glass slipper. Like, you want to be on the one shining moment.
I know. And they were, and Shire was mad at me for not knowing. And I just didn't, I don't know. I just never have watched the end of it. The end of the of the tournament like that.
Moving forward, Duke and Florida look like the favorites right now. And like I said, I'm taking Florida to win it all. I'm going to stand on 10 and say it right now. To all the Duke Blue Devils out there, to all the Blue Devils that's out there watching, to Jared, I have Florida. I just don't see any team beating Florida right now. Cooper, I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize.
And that's fair. That's fair. It's a good, some people have this hatred towards Duke, and it has to it comes out in certain ways. And, for you, it comes out right now. And maybe when you were a kid, you were rooting for a team. Oh, I hope they beat Duke. And no, it just didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So I understand your opinion. It's a bad opinion, but Duke's going to win it. Be at the game. I'm going to be at the game Thursday, hype in all my Duke gear. I might be painted blue. You might not even know it's me.
I like how you know my childhood because I was actually a big Tar Heel fan.
We can move on from any Tar Heel talk. It's funny. I actually like when I got there, I knew it was a rivalry and I knew, obviously knew about it, but I didn't really start feeling it until right when I stepped on campus. It was, I just hated them and I hate them to this day. And it's nothing against the players. It's nothing against who goes there, but I just feel like if you get recruited there and you go there, it's just why? It's just it's just they probably just couldn't get into Duke. You know what I'm saying? That's usually what it is. You know what I'm saying? Duke is a very prestigious school. You know what I'm saying? So it's real hard to get into.
Before we move on, I want to talk about the basketballs in the tournament because aren't the basketballs different?
Yes. So what's weird about college is Duke's a Nike school, so we play with the Nike ball. But if we played Georgia Tech, they play their Adidas, so we'd play with the Adidas ball. So our game day prep, our practices before the game, we'd all bring out the Adidas balls just to get used to them. But I always tried to never put it out into the universe. I'm big on energy and if I say something into the universe, then it's gonna happen. And so I never tried to be oh, I hate this ball. It's different. I don't like the way this feels. I would just kind of took it as a non-judgment observation. Okay, it's different. Just got to get used to it. But I never wanted to say it out loud. But yeah, the balls are definitely different. And when you play the tournament balls, I think it's that bright Wilson,
bright
right?
Orange.
Yeah. Those ones are they're more bouncy. I don't know why they do that. There's some that are way better. There's way better ones that are less bouncy. I don't know why they do that. They want them to be brand new, which a brand new basketball is the worst thing to do. So, but they're definitely different.
College ball, NBA ball.
Fun fact: I have hyperhidrosis in my feet, hands, and armpits. Right,
hyperhidrosis.
So I sweat a lot. My hands get super I'm talking I get embarrassed to shake people's hand. When I met Curry, hands super sweaty, and I feel so bad, but I don't say anything. But hands get super sweaty, and the NBA ball, it's perfect for that because it just it takes a sweat and it's easy to grip, and I'm able to have a little wiggle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes with the Nike ball in college or just a Wilson ball, it would slip. And I would just slip out of my hands. There's practices I remember at Duke when I first got there. The ball just someone threw me past it. It just goes right through my hands. So the NBA ball is probably better for me. But I do like the Nike, the Duke ball or the Wilson because those were good. But the NBA ball just fits me. That's why I knew I had to make it to the NBA just to, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew I had to reach my superpowers with that.
Facts.
With it. So I've always played at a disadvantage.
So, bro, the NBA ball absorbs sweat.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So people usually use the working hands. There's there's always a little, and I never need that. Never need that.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah. So anybody out there with hyperhidrosis, man, I feel for you. I really do feel for you. Because it's one of the worst. It's one of the worst when you shake somebody's hand and you don't know them that well, and they're like, "Why is your hand wet?" And I'm like, "I got to explain." It's so, yeah.
Man, hey, I learn something new every day, man. I've never heard of that. That's unique, man. That might be a superpower. It actually might be a superpower.
Yeah, I think it is.
Moving forward. We already know you're picking Duke. Who else in the Final Four do you think will be the biggest challenger to Duke?
I got Texas Tech making the Final Four. I got them beating Florida.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie. I got them beating. I think it's Florida. Pretty sure they play Florida.
They're on the same side.
And I got Tech, Auburn, Duke, and Houston. Houston looks really good. obviously Auburn looks really good. But I'm going with. I feel like I was talking with my teammates about this, but like and with NIL and stuff, there's not as many upsets. Just because everybody gets picked through the portal. They already know who the best players are. Everybody's already old. But I got Tech. I like Tech. Darian on the team, actually, I played with him. Sacramento, played with him, with Jalen on the same team. He was on that team also. Yeah.
What? Darian was on that team too?
Yep. Shout out Darian. Me, him, and Jalen were on the team.
That
insane.
That's crazy.
Yep. So yeah, I got Tech. I got Tech being Florida.
Wow. Would you like to make another wager on that one? Another fingernail one? Actually, no. I don't even want.
No.
I don't want to do nothing more with the finger. I don't. I'm already kind of skeptical and scared about that Duke one because Duke very well could win. Oh man.
Yeah, no wager for that one. That one just to throw it up in the air. We'll see what happens.
I'm not mad at that though. Tech. I like my boy Chance from Northern California too. But yeah, Darian, bro, he's special. He's special, man. He's gonna. Yeah. I think he'll play at the next level.
For sure. Who you got? Who's in your Final Four?
So my original. This was my original. It was Michigan State, Florida.
What?
Yeah,
what?
I had Michigan State beating
Well, they can still wait. They
can still make it.
Yeah.
So I had Michigan State. Yeah. I had Florida. I had Clemson. Because on the side they were on, I know they fumbled. Okay, but I like the matchup against them in Kentucky in that Elite Eight. I have Kentucky in my Elite Eight, and then I had Alabama beating Duke in the Elite Eight.
That's crazy.
Just only because of Sears. That's how much I like Sears' game.
Nah, I do like Sears' game. Brunson.
Literally, baby Brunson, bro. I'm like, that's why I got PTSD. I'm like, another Villanova type thing. I think it's just going to be Alabama.
Nah, I don't see it. I don't think they have good enough defense.
But they can score, though. That's the thing. They can
score. But Duke has really good defense and all good offense.
This is true. And Florida has that too.
So what changed in your final four? What
do
you got now?
Clemson didn't make it.
Yeah. So who you got? Who's in their place?
So Kentucky? It would have to be Kentucky or I think Houston.
Okay.
I want to say, yeah. I think.
I just don't see Houston losing until the Final Four. They're super solid. I mean, I beat them. You know what I'm saying? I beat them in the Elite Eight last year. So
you did.
In the Sweet 16.
Yes.
That game was crazy.
When you played in last year's tournament, how conscious were you of your draft stock? And did it add any pressure to the games?
In like late February, I'm like, okay, like I got a good shot at going to the league. I did think in my mind, like, it's going to definitely take some good tournament games, I felt, just because I'm a smaller guard. I think it didn't add pressure, though, because the whole season, in the beginning of the season, I'm like, bro, I'm not on draft boards. Why? Like, that's what I was adding pressure to in the beginning of the season. I was like, okay, I'm not doing that well. I got to get to the league. Like, I got to do this. But once I just chilled out and I was like, bro, I'm at Duke. I'm playing basketball. I'm starting. Like, there's no need to worry about nothing. I can always come back. It's not going to be like Duke's not going to not be here next year. And so once I just stopped worrying about that and literally just out there playing free, that's when it clicked. And going into the tournament, it's the same thing. I'm like, bro, if I go to the league, I go to the league. If I don't, I know I still have already had a great freshman season. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to play free. And I think that's what helped me in the tournament. It's just not worrying about draft stock, not worrying about if I play bad. Like, you're just trying to win. Because I remember we played Houston. I think I had like 4 points or like 5 points. But we won. We're going to the Elite Eight. Like, I was insanely happy. There was no other feeling other than happy. So I don't think it never added pressure for me. I always just felt like whatever happens is going to happen. I'm going to continue to work hard, go play free, go have fun. And that's basically what happened. That's all I did. And it helped me.
Now, before we get into our interview with one of the best players in the country, I want to put you through the test of time to test our age gap here. Let's see how formative tournament memories line up with yours, okay? So I'm going to list 3 iconic runs, symbolize my childhood watching the tournament, and I want you to tell me if you also remember watching them live and how they impacted you, okay? Now, this is my childhood. This is what I grew up watching.
Okay, right? Okay.
2008. Steph Curry and Davidson, when he had 40 points against Gonzaga, 30 points against Georgetown, and 33 against Wisconsin going into the Elite Eight?
So I was 4. Have no recollection at all. I started playing basketball at 3, but no recollection at all of Steph Curry in the tournament. At all. I mean, yeah.
2012, CJ McCollum drops 30, and his 15th seeded team defeats the
I don't know what school they defeated.
Duke
I don't know
Blue
who they
Devils.
defeated. Now, again,
The 15th seed defeated the Duke Blue Devils in 2012.
ain't no reason to repeat that.
My bad. I just want to make sure you heard that. My bad.
I don't remember that either. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember my earliest recollection of like March Madness at all. And so I definitely wasn't watching.
Right.
I was 8? I was 6 or 8. Yeah, I was 8. I probably was watching it. Like I was playing probably a tournament during March Madness, and my brother definitely had it on, but I have no recollection of anything like that for March Madness until I was like 15. I feel like
I respect that.
I'm trying to think my earliest memory.
Yeah, like what is your?
I feel like I remember. Like when was D-Book there? When was D-Book at Kentucky?
He was my high school class. So that was 2014-15. No. Tyler Ulis was my high school class. Were him and Tyler Ulis the same class? I think so.
See, I remember Tyler Ulis, and like when were the Harrison twins there?
They were there 2013. They were a year before me.
Yeah, I remember watching them. I remember watching them go crazy, actually. Yeah.
All right, Jared, before we continue, we have a huge guest coming up.
But man, first, I gotta freshen up everywhere. Let's take a Doveman Plus Care whole body DO break.
We're now joined by a very special guest to Sideline Stories. He's a senior at Auburn, a unanimous finalist for the first team All-American, and a finalist for the Naismith Player of the Year. Please welcome Johni Broome.
Woo!
How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. Advanced to the Sweet 16. We're going to Atlanta tomorrow. Got 2 games to try to make it to the Final Four.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you play Friday. And I remember last year when I was playing in the tournament, like it was super hectic around school, around everywhere you go. Everyone knows you guys are in Sweet 16. What do you be doing in your free time? I've seen you on my TikTok live on my For You page playing the game.
Yeah.
But like, what else do you be doing in your free time, or what do you do to balance out the hecticness?
You gotta kind of try to it's kind of hard to ignore it, so you can't ignore it, but you kind of try to live your regular life. Whether that's going and playing the game or going to get something to eat with your teammates and just kind of being you.
Fact. That's pretty much all I did. You try and not treat it like a crazier game, but like all the stakes that come with it.
Right. It's definitely
it's do or die out there.
Experience-wise, you're one of the leaders on the team. How much does Coach lean in on you to be able to get like that to galvanize the troops, and get ready for big games like this?
He depends on me a lot. He depends on a couple people. Like Dylan. He's a big leader on our team as well. But he kind of looks at me because obviously he always says, the team goes as I go. So if I'm having good energies and good spirits and I'm ready to go, they're gonna follow me as well. So I think he depends on me on that part to kind of get the guys ready to go to war.
You spent 2 years at Morehead State. How do you think that prepared you for the next level for Auburn? How do you think that prepared you for this?
Man, I think the biggest way it prepared me was just kind of like experiencing being the best player on the court. Kind of when you step on the court, like knowing you're the best player, and then it kind of give you that confidence on, late game situations. You always have the ball in your hand. So, coming to Auburn, place like that, like when teams start double teaming, I already done been doubled. I already done went through that stuff. I know what it feels like to need to go get a bucket. Stuff like that. So I think now that the transfer's over, and I just, develop my game, I feel like I'm still ready for that moment at any given time.
That's fire. That's a fire answer.
What are the schools who are pursuing you in the portal?
Man, it was a lot of teams. Only team that didn't pursue me that I remember was North Carolina and Florida State.
That didn't pursue you?
That didn't pursue me. I mean, I was looking for those. Didn't. I was looking for those teams.
Yeah.
like not like I'm just saying like when you're in the portal, it's like okay, I'm from Florida, so my favorite team was Florida State growing up. So I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
let's see if Florida State reach out, and then North Carolina. That's just like all the other blue bloods reached out, but them. So, but that's how they had Armando coming back. So, I mean, I kind of, right.
We have a question for you.
Go ahead.
1v1. Who wins? You versus Auburn Charles Barkley.
Listen, I'm gonna always say me.
Respect.
I think our Auburn career. I think I get him at Auburn, but
That's
obviously
fair.
he's a Hall of Famer though. So, respect to
Yeah, we're
Charles
talking
Barkley.
at Auburn. At Auburn,
Right.
you have a better resume.
Some may say. I mean,
Some may say.
I don't know. I don't know the resume statuses, but
could be NCAA champ. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
chill.
Yeah, Jared.
Yeah.
Duke.
No.
Do you want that? Do you want that revenge game?
I do. I hope we see them again. I do. Maybe we can hop back on the podcast on like, mid-April, after.
No, if Auburn wins, I'm not hopping back on a podcast with you.
Yes, sir. Hey, talk that talk, man.
Sure. Nah, we got to though. Nah, but I mean, we take it one game at a time. Obviously, we got Michigan first, but
For sure.
we got 4 more games to do what we've been wanting to do all year. So once we get to those later stages where we play. But right now, we're looking to take care of Michigan.
For sure. And being in the Sweet 16, I know we're looking present right now, but who in the NBA or past, present, who do you model your game after?
I try to take pieces from a lot of people's games. Like, obviously the bigs these days have changed. You got guys like obviously you got the Embiids and the Jokic's of the world. But obviously you look at those guys and try to take stuff from them. You look at like Jokic trying to pass better, looking like he get triple doubles almost every game. You got even guys like Julius Randle who can drive to the basket really well, and you got other guys like Cat who can space the floor. I kind of watch some guys do drills and kind of see how they work on their game, how they work out, or the moves they use. So I kind of try to take stuff from every one of the best players in the league.
When I was looking at my people who I want to watch, I had to find the most unathletic guards to look at.
No, for sure. I mean, I try to look at like Sabonis, like Julius Randle, guys like that. But also you look at guys like
Randle.
Nas,
I like that comparison.
Like Nas Reed, who wasn't as hyped. You know what I'm saying? He came from.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That obviously now he's 6th man of the year. He's spending
found
his
his
game.
role.
Right.
Yeah.
Guys like that who was not super high coming out, but then obviously made an impact in the league later in their careers.
Definitely. You just got to find your role. That's all the NBA is about.
Now, you've been frying this year, though.
Man, appreciate that. That, man.
You got injured, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry about that. Hope you got speedy recovery, though.
Appreciate that. I'll be back next season. Hopefully, I'm able to play by summer league or something, but next season for sure.
No, definitely, though. I was watching. I'm like, yo, NPOI. Rookie of the year. I mean, rookie of the year.
Yeah. Hey, you so used to saying National Player of the
Year? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That rookie of the year, I think he was probably the favorite.
Man,
my opinion,
I was hoping, but now my boy Steph, Jalen, Stefan's been killing.
Yeah, Castle, he's been doing good too.
Appreciate you coming on.
For sure.
Johni Broome, National Player of the Year candidate. They in the Sweet 16. Hopefully they play Duke in the national championship. I'm rooting for Duke, but obviously wish my boy good luck. Appreciate you coming on the podcast, man.
Appreciate it for having me, man.
Yes, sir.
And I am looking, forward to hopping on here sometime. So
I bet. We'll get that back.
Bet.
All right, Jared, I'm not sure if you've seen this in-game layup, this in-game crazy layup by McNeese guard, Quadir Copeland. It got me thinking a lot about hoop mixtapes too as well when I seen this. Can we play this clip, please, and react to it live?
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, it's crazy, bro. It's insane. OD.
Oh, my God. Why did he do that?
D.
So unnecessary. Between under the leg. Oh my goodness.
Under the leg, wrap back around to the right.
Wow.
That's like a backyard. Like that's crazy.
In game. Yeah. That's insane. I would never do that. I would never, ever do that.
So seeing that clip, it got me thinking about a lot of mixtapes, man. Do you have a top 3 mixtape list of all time? Who mixtape wise?
I used to watch. I still will watch like these mixtapes before games. I'll watch like Ye Area's Finest, Ball is Life. My brother put me onto all these. The beats they used to use were so beautiful. I would listen to the songs. Timeless Beats is who would make these. I would listen to them like a regular song, and it's just no words. But Stanley Johnson, he had one at the Balls Life All-American All-Star game.
Okay.
And it's my favorite mixtape of all time. It brings me so much joy to watch that. I've probably watched it over 100 times. And that's number 1 for me all time. Trevor Dunbar has some of the craziest highlights. I remember being so excited. I watched him play one time. He played Jesuit. And I watched him play, and I was so starstruck to see him. Like that was one dude. That's probably one of my earliest starstruck moments to see a high school hooper that I actually saw and looked up to for sure. For sure. I was super young too. But shout out Trevor. And then Seventh Woods, the 17-year-old. That 17-year-old mixtape. I don't know how he was 17. That was the craziest mixtape I've ever seen in my life.
Special.
Super, super special.
My top 3 are Akil Carr.
Okay.
It's my hoop mixtape. Trevor Dunbar. And I gotta throw in Marcus Levette.
I was just gonna say Marcus Levette. That move he did where the tween on the ground, I used to practice that all the time. The tween to the spin. He split the double on the ground. Split the double on the ground. That's one of my favorite clips of all time too. Oh my gosh, yeah.
So you practice that? Like you practice?
Oh yeah, I would try and learn that. I would just go like I would see the tween fall on the ground and spin up and try to get knowing I'd never use that, but.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a reaction clip. Like that's not you're not practicing. Like, I mean, you are practicing. Never mind.
Yeah, I was practicing that. Maybe I'll pull it out next year.
bro, you pull that out, that'd be phenomenal. So, Jared, what was your most viral high school clip?
It's probably something to do. Let's see, like basketball clip. I don't know why I did this. I shouldn't have done it. I don't know why I did it, but I hit a 3 in high school and I grittied after. And, I regret that till this day because not my proudest moment. That one went viral. There's one clip of me, my personality offline, very wholesome, positive. And on the court, I do like to talk a little bit. And I remember going up for a layup. And he fouled me pretty hard, and I said some words, and the camera was right there. And a lot of people didn't expect that from me. And so that clip went viral too, of me kind of saying some words to this kid after he fouled me. Every time we played Bronny, of course, those are some of the most viral clips. But those other 2 are probably, I think those are my most viral high school clips.
I gotta go find those. Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of Sideline Stories. We'll be back to break down more of the tournament and so much more on the next episode.